Steve Morgan here from Australian Bass Tournaments after the final event of the 2018 Zerek BARRA Tour. It was the Lucky Craft two-day championships here at Peter Faust Dam, and a bit of deja vu here for the guys. We've got the Likely lads here again. They took out 3 events in a row and the team of the year. So we're going to combine these 2 interviews into one and have a chat to the guys about what baits they threw and their experience of winning the team of the year. So Jeff, Phil, you've got a handful of baits here, which helped you to that event, the final event win, and you won it with around 120 kilos. Was it 123 kilos for 10 fish? So a 12 kilo average, which is averaging just over a metre. Take us through the spot you fished and how you fished it and why it was so productive.
The spot that we fished is I think it's called Pluto Point, how people refer to it, and we only learnt that the other day, but we fish it quite regular. And it's not always productive. Certain times here when the fish have come into the basin, they seem to use that as a feeding area on the blackweed. So we'd pre-fished previously, as we've discussed, without going over all the old ground, and spent a lot of time around the dam. We came back to there on his last visit and caught a barra straight away. So we all said that's at omen, you know, when it's good. So we decided that was going to be the spot if we could get it to start the Faust competitions off.
Now, I noticed the place you guys were fishing, it seemed to be right on the ridge back at the point. When people are talking about barra fishing and anchoring at a point, you just don't anchor anywhere. What's your theory about how you set that cast up and how you set that line up the best to catch a barra? What do you do? Yeah,
well, we did a bit of, thanks to Lawrence for their fantastic mapping, what they've got on their sounder. We sounded it about a month ago, and we had a look around. It's still fishable and it's still looking good. It was looking even better because it was shallower, and you've got less water for the fish to swim in, and you've got more. What's your name for your fish to see your lure?
Right. It seems like the point that we're fishing, it was about maybe 4 feet deep at the shallower. So, and there was no weed in that 4 feet. So as they come around the point, they're going to see your lure, aren't they?
Exactly. That's what theory we were working. We also we started with a different cast to what we finished up doing. We were casting straight in, but Phil had an experience here last year with another guy we fishes with. And with the work that it was a 45 degree angle cast that made it better for, you were covering a bit more ground, and that's how we finished up is to do that 45 degree angle.
Now, there were a couple of baits here. You've got a few. One of them's the classic slick rigs. You've got a lorikeet and the green grunter one here and the slick rigs. But you've got a couple of new baits that we don't see every day. And in particular, I think the star of the show at Faust here was this mollusk bait that you've got and you've adapted. Take us through again what you do with this mollusk, because it really caught some fish for you this weekend.
Well, this mollusk, it caught my eye in Tackle World in Mackay, and I looked at it and I thought, well, it looks like a black and gold. It looks like a black and gold, and it's got a different tail, and it's just like flapped, and you can get fish in deeper water when it's swimming down, because that big thumping tail swims down, and it attracts the fish that are down deeper.
And you modify it by taking the blade off.
I've modified it. When it comes because I think they use them over in Europe for pike and zander and stuff like that. That's what they were designed for. I think they're from Finland. I'm not sure which Finland. They make a lot of good gear over there for pike and muskies and stuff like that. But on the front they come with brass hook with a really light split ring, and I took that split ring off and put a decoy extra strong 100-pound split ring, and we always use ST66s, owner ST66s. We found them over the years to be the sharpest and the strongest when you get good fish.
Now, tell us about this other bait here. This looks like one that you've made up from scratch. This is your big fish bait on the first day, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, this is what really kicked us into gear. We did catch us on a different lure what we've not brought with us, because you can't buy them anymore, and it was one of Phil's favourite lures is the squidgy mongrel. Anyway, this one we struggled last year but we started to use it in a comp on here, and we had a real success with it. So it's a Zerek giant ripple shad.
Berkeley.
Berkeley giant ripple shad, and you can buy the blank, so
Yeah.
you can either buy them ready rigged, but we find them a tad heavy for fishing the shallower points. So this has come in a 2-pack, and we use a Happy Rock Softy 9.0 hook, which has got only hooks that we've been able to find that are strong enough with an anchor point for a front stinger hook, and then we use a needle to thread a back stinger with a wire. Yeah.
Now, the other baits you threw, of course, were the slick rigs, and these are some of the classics, aren't they? You tend to like that green colour, and look at that front hook. Tell us about it.
Well, with the slicky, which has been our go-to lure over years, I mean, we've got a reputation of that's all we can fish with slick rigs, but it's that good a lure. So you're getting a lot of jump-offs and that. So me and Phil were talking one day, and he went away and he come back with this idea of fitting a front slick rig, a front stinger hook, which we did. And now we've called it barbed wire because it's a good tournament hook, and we're getting less jump offs with it. And that was the lure last night that kicked us in with his first 2 fish. It's first time we haven't caught on slick rigs all through the tournament until late in the first session. And we started off on it yesterday. I put my 5 different colour slick rigs in front of me and worked through them until I got to this and smacked 2 fish real quick. And then we both went on the Mollicks, and last off, remembered what happened the night before, we changed to the Green Grunter, which has got a a size 2 ST66 in it. From that, we just kept boating small barra, and then in the last half hour at 11:30, you could see some big shadows starting to come through on the side scan, and I hooked into a big barra, which turned out to be a metre 13. Good fish, and then I lost one the last cast because Phil made me pack up that we had to get back to the boat ramp or we'd have lose points.
Now, coming into the boat ramp after that last session had finished, were you pretty confident you'd done enough to win Team of the Year?
Well, we was a bit sceptical actually, because we know what Karim and Craig can do. You know, they can be.
And they did it last night.
They did. We knew they'd be on them because we seen them come. I think they come out from up the basin way, and I said, I bet these guys have been up there and they've saved these fish up there, and I bet they've jigged them. I bet they've got some monsters, and yeah. So we just sort of took it casually, like we do all our fishing. Like, you know, we're serious when we fish, but afterwards, you know, it's not all about winning. It's lovely to win, but we just like competing.
So,
Yeah.
Team of the Year, you've got it now. What is there left to do in barra fishing? Is there any other challenges you want to do before you hang the rods up?
No, we didn't start, but I didn't start barra fishing or comp fishing till late in life. I mean, it's my birthday in a couple of days, and there's not much else. You know, you need time and money and things like that. And I love barra fishing. But I think what we do, we fish the local comps. Highlight of the year is obviously the ABT BARRA Tour. We all get excited about that. But yeah, and I've tournament competition fished most of my life, especially back in England. But this has been the highlight of any tournament fishing what I've done.
There you go. So a great insight from the guys into how they caught their fish and to win that Team of the Year trophy. It's not easy to do, and their names are going to be etched on that in perpetuity. You've got a couple of great Miller rods there. You've got some lovely depths top waters here. You've got some great trophies from Joey Urquhart, and we're going to see you guys on the 2019 ABT BARRA Tour.